A lot of people, you will recognize, they're increasingly becoming afraid to even mention the word expository essay. Expository essay is supposed to be the simplest of all the creative writing in the subject, in the study of the English language. What exactly is expository essay? Should be simple and down to it. It is that particular essay that talks about how to define a word, how to establish the process of achieving anything, how to give an illustration or give an example of, in order to present a clearer picture of any subject. You equally recognize that the expository is a creative writing that has at its core that essence of actuality, truth, the pursuit of truth. Because you're trying to expose the reader, you're trying to expose the listener to a subject that you consider new, or presumably new to that person, which that person requires more information in order to have a perfect or a near perfect grasp of whatever is in store. Any topical issue, anything happening in your environment, be it religion, politics, music, customs, education, technology, anything that has any connection with the human society is what the expository essay talks about. It's what the expository essay dwells on. If you give me any topic, if you give me any happening, if you give me any title, I could make two and two about this title. I could well explain what this issue is all about, because I've got an outline mapped out already. It's always a roadmap, and you must have that at the back of your mind before you set out to write an expository essay. Don't forget that it is a subject that draws from a known or recognized or a universally recognized authority. For instance, the Oxford English Dictionary, Chambers Dictionary, even if it boils down to Michael West English Dictionary, the Encyclopedia, all these are authorities in definitions. There must be a reference to a particular source that has written, that has made illustrations, that has expatiated on that topic before you can gladly say you've done justice to that topic under the expository essay. For instance, if you are given a topic like, that's it, insurgency in a particular place, or you talk about drug abuse, you talk about empowerment of the women folk, you talk about the role of technology in education, you might even concern yourself with how to prepare a particular meal in any culture. You are dealing firmly with a subject that would interest any expert in expository essay. The first thing you have to take note, for example, I'm giving a topic on drug abuse. That's a commonplace topic. Many people will say drug abuse. Drug abuse, I will put the title. For instance, if the question goes like this: write an article suitable for publication in any national magazine on the topic, the incessant drug abuse among the youths or young school leavers. The first thing I have to do is to identify a keyword or two keywords. You would observe that the keyword there is drug. Another very essential or important word is abuse. The third one is youths. Drug, abuse, youths. If I have those three keywords in mind, it means I've started on a good note. One thing leads to another. A journey of 100 million miles begins with a step. That's a Chinese proverb. It applies favorably with writing the expository essay. Having gone about the definition, I have to establish the relationship existing among these words, or relationship between the two keywords, depending on the words I have in mind. And having done that, I will equally specify, I will equally identify the country I'm going to take as a case study of this expository essay. It is very important that I do that. Otherwise, the topic will become too extensive for any person to actually understand. I might even be accused of trying to bite off more than I can chew. Expository essay, as the case is now in the drug abuse, I define the word, establish relationship between the keywords and the topic. Then I have to identify a case study, a country, how extensive. In other words, what is the nature of this topic in this country I've identified? Is it restricted to a particular place? Is it something that is going far and wide? Is it so damaging that it has engulfed the country? Having done that, I must bring in the issue of the mass media. What has been said about this topic in the mass media? If I can establish that, I must be able to augment it by quoting the mass media. Whether I'm talking about the internet, I'm talking about the television, the radio, or the print, the newspapers, the magazine, the Reader's Digest, with the title of that article, or the title of that discussion, with the title of that seminar I've attended, or that documentary I've watched. That now becomes an evidential support for my topic. Having gone about that, I'm still talking specifically. I'm pinpointing what should appear in the first paragraph. Don't forget that this is a topic that can talk about classification. Who is involved? It's already there. The youths or the young school leavers. Once I mention the youth, I must expand on it a bit, or just talk briefly on it. Then I have to give my personal viewpoint on this topic. How do I feel about it? Because at the end of this essay, that's what I'm going to affirm. Do I like this topic? Do I accept it to be a fact of life? Although it's the examiner or somebody else that is giving me the topic, if I accept, if it's on a positive note, a negative note, that is exactly what is going to be my summary at the end of the essay. In the second paragraph, I have to dwell on the cause and effects. What is the major cause? What drives the youth to abuse drugs? One of it is peer group influence, or search for pleasure. It must be that idea, that singular idea, as you dwell on throughout. I may just add the effects. In the third paragraph, I can bring up poor parental upbringing. That is still a singular idea. In the fourth paragraph, I can talk about exposure to the negative side of the mass media. That is a singular idea. You will notice, you would observe, if you are painstaking enough, that all these ideas are called topic sentences, and they are directly related to what I have said in the first paragraph. I must not bite off more than I can chew by bringing in so many ideas, so that I don't create that atmosphere. I don't create that backdrop of conflicting ideas. And in the fifth paragraph, I could spend so much time to make recommendations, do a lot of suggestions. And remember, don't forget what I said in the first paragraph, which is having affirmed what I think about the topic. My personal viewpoint is important. It's key to the success. Writing and expository essays are as easy as this issue of drug abuse. I must not equally evade the role the government or governmental agencies can play in curbing or nipping this problem in the bud. The last aspect of it, I must register my name, my status as a student, as a public commentator, or being in any position, be a farmer or a politician or a worker in the ministry. Then I must append a signature. So you can see that the expository essay is very easy to write on.